I'm sure by now most of you know the legend himself, the Oracle of Omaha, and the CEO and founder of Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett. He's been one of the most legendary stock market investors for the past 4 decades now, and even to this day, at 92 years old, he still just completely dominates in the stock market investing space. And one of the things that has made him so successful is his strategy of buying sustainable and profitable companies, buying them when they're cheap and then holding them for the long term. Berkshire Hathaway's current assets under management is just under $300 billion with a total of 49 different holdings, and 49 is actually pretty low compared to other hedge funds. So today let's talk about some of the biggest holdings in Warren Buffett's portfolio and go over a few that he recently bought shares of this year that he's planning on holding going into 2023. Starting with his biggest holding, it's Apple, or ticker symbol AAPL. Warren Buffett currently owns about 890 million shares of Apple stock, valued at around $123 billion. What's crazy about this position is the average share price of those almost 900 million shares of Apple is about $36.94, which means he's currently up on Apple about 268%, and with that many shares, that's a pretty huge gain. Apple this year is down about 20%, which doesn't affect Berkshire Hathaway's returns too much, and Warren Buffett is planning on holding this position going into 2023 and possibly buying more shares in the near future. The next stock worth mentioning in Warren Buffett's portfolio is Moody's Corporation, or ticker symbol MCO. Moody's Corporation is a financial services company that specializes in credit ratings, risk analysis, and research for stocks, bonds, and other financial investments. Berkshire Hathaway currently owns about 60 million shares of Moody's Corporation, valued at about $60 billion, and with Moody's current stock price at about $290, he's up about 406%, which is another outstanding return on investment. Moody's stock price is down about 24% this year, which is a little bit more than Apple's, but if it is in Warren Buffett's portfolio, it's safe to say that it'll probably recover this year and will start growing again in value long term. This next stock is one that Warren Buffett recently added to his portfolio this year and purchased about $4.1 billion worth of. It's Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing, or TSM. Obviously based in Taiwan, TSM is a semiconductor chip giant that manufactures, packages, and sells integrated circuits and other semiconductor devices all throughout the world. This is a very large company with a market cap of about $420 billion and a pretty attractive PE ratio of about 14.5. So with the stock being down about 30% this year, and since it was a pretty recent purchase of these shares, Berkshire Hathaway's average price of TSM is only about $75, which means as of right now, he's only up about 7% this year. But with Warren Buffett being one of the greatest investors of all time, I'm sure TSM does have some upside potential going into 2023, and it's something that, at least for someone like me, to look into buying here in the near future. But you also might want to keep in mind that Warren Buffett also bought Ally Financial this year. He bought just under 1 billion shares of Ally Financial, and that stock is down about 50% this year, making his position down about 38%. So that just kind of goes to show that even when someone like Warren Buffett buys into a stock, that doesn't mean that, at least in the short term, it's going to skyrocket 50 or 100%. So with this Ally Financial position, I'm not sure if he's planning on buying more shares or selling shares or holding on to the position, but again, even billionaire investors like Warren Buffett can still experience these major losses with some of the stocks they buy. Another company that Berkshire Hathaway recently purchased shares of this year is Louisiana Pacific Corporation, or LPX. This is an American company that manufactures and markets building materials and products for new home construction. LPX currently pays a 1.35% dividend and tends to slowly and gradually grow year over year, and it's definitely a stock that Warren Buffett's going to be holding throughout 2023. This last one is a company that Warren Buffett has bought into since 1988 and continues to buy more shares of as of today. It's the Coca-Cola Beverage Company, or KO. His current position of Coca-Cola stock is about 400 million shares, or $26 billion, and his average share price is about $40 per share, which means he's up about 60% on Coca-Cola stock. So this is a stock that Warren Buffett considers a forever stock. He says that with the business model and the management styles and the dividend that it pays, it's a stock that you could essentially just buy and hold forever. Unfortunately, Warren Buffett doesn't have too many years left on him, but he still remains one of the greatest investors of all time. So it is fun to kind of take a look at what's inside his portfolio. Thanks for watching. See ya.